I want to talk about pre-read materials, the decks, the spreadsheets, the data, all of that information that we collect in advance of a board meeting, a QBR, an executive team meeting, and pull together and share with our audiences with the intent that it's going to be valuable background and it's going to help drive the kinds of discussions that we'll be having together. The problem is that too often pre-read materials are either low value or they don't get read at all. And what a waste of time for us and a missed opportunity for our audiences too. So what can we do? First thing I want to say is we have to be really clear the role the pre-read materials will play in that upcoming meeting. And the easiest way to do this is in that pre-meeting communication that we're going to be sending to meeting participants. Help them see how those materials link directly to the meeting purpose and to the desired outcomes of the meeting. Help them know what to prioritize in those pre-read materials if they're not going to be able to read everything. Give them a few thinking points or questions to consider to help guide their thinking and their attention so that when they show up to the meeting, they're really ready to engage, and those pre-read materials have helped guide them in the way that you know they should. The other thing that we can do is just make it all much more user-friendly. Give our audiences a short, clean deck or set of materials. Overwhelming them with just too much is too difficult for our audiences to retain and to absorb. So making pre-reads short, giving folks enough time to read them in advance helps a ton. And then finally, we have to use the materials in the way that we have promised our audiences we will. If it is a pre-read, then we cannot come to the meeting and then just read through all the materials again if that's not the intended purpose and our audience wasn't clear on that. If we do that, real hard for us to get our audiences to take action or read things in advance. Why should they if we're just going to be reading them together again in the meeting, which I would argue is a pretty low value use of all of our times. So really link those pre-reads to the meeting purpose and the outcomes. Make them shorter, crisper, and easier to absorb. And then let those pre-reads serve the intended purpose. Do all that, and not only do we have great materials, but we're sending the right message to our audience long before we're in the room, which says, I'm not going to waste your time. This is going to be high value, and we're going to reach some results together.